How do I use an arrow spine chart? If you are curious about how to use an arrow spine chart, you are in for a treat. This tool is essential for selecting the right stiffness of an arrow shaft for your bow setup. The spine of an arrow refers to its stiffness or flexibility, which affects how much the arrow bends when you draw and releases the bowstring. Choosing the correct spine is important for consistent arrow flight and accuracy, especially in hunting and archery. To start, you need to understand the basics of arrow spine. Arrow spine is measured by how much the shaft deflects under a standard load. Lower spine numbers indicate stiffer arrows, while higher numbers mean more flexible arrows. The right spine depends on several factors, including your bow draw weight, arrow length, and the weight of the arrow points you will use. If an arrow is too flexible, it may veer to the right for a right-handed shooter. Conversely, an arrow that is too stiff will veer to the left. Both situations can lead to reduced accuracy. Next, measure your bow setup accurately. Know your bow's actual draw weight, which is the force needed to draw the bow fully. This measurement should be precise. Also, determine your draw length accurately, as longer arrows flex more and requiring stiffer spines. Additionally, be aware of the weight of the arrow points you plan to use. Heavier points increase arrow flex and requiring stiffer shafts. Now locate the correct chart for your arrow brand. Arrow spine charts can vary by manufacturer, so it is important to use the chart specific to the brand of arrows you intend to shoot. On the chart, find your bow's draw weight on one axis, usually the left column, and your arrow length on the other axis, typically the top row. Some charts may include adjustments for different point weights. Once you have located the correct chart, find the recommended spine value. The intersection of your draw weight and arrow length will give you a recommended spine rating. If the chart provides options for point weight adjustments, make sure to consider that. Finally, select arrows that match the recommended spine. Choose arrows with a spine rating close to the chart's recommendation to ensure optimal arrow flight and accuracy. Using arrows with uniform spine ratings helps maintain consistent arrow groups. In practical terms, proper spine selection ensures your arrows fly true and penetrate effectively, which is critical for ethical hunting shots. Consistent arrow spine reduces erratic flight paths, improving your confidence and accuracy in the field or at the range. When tuning your bow and arrows, spine charts serve as a starting point, but you may need to make fine adjustments based on your shooting style and bow type. Heavier broadheads used in hunting typically requiring stiffer arrows than lighter field points, so always consider your hunting setup specifics. Using an arrow spine chart is a straightforward process that can greatly improve your shooting performance. Accurate measurements and using the correct chart for your arrow brand are key to selecting the right spine and achieving consistent arrow performance.